Now, Legal Briefs with Bree, featuring attorneys from the Higgins Firm with answers and advice for your legal matters.
Today on Legal Briefs, we are discussing the Family Medical Leave Act. And here to tell us more about that topic is attorney Jim Higgins from the Higgins Law Firm. Jim, always great to have you here.
Thank you.
There's kind of recently been a large case involving this particular act. Why don't you tell us just a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. This was a case that the act was made for. This was a gentleman who worked in a pretty big department store. His wife developed cancer. He had to take off time to care for her when she was going through chemo and having that battle. And every time he took off, they would ding him for missing work. And they didn't tell him that he had these rights under the Family Medical Leave Act, not just when you're sick, but when your spouse is sick. And his production went down because he was taking care of her, and they ended up terminating him. And the case ended up settled where they had to pay back his back pay that he lost because they violated this act, and doubled that, and the attorney's fees. It was about a $275,000 settlement. And when that happens, one, you hope it puts that person back on their feet, and two, you want that company to know, hey, this is here for your employees. Pay attention to it.
Right. Well, a lot of the time I would think it would be lack of information perhaps, or just the person not knowing they're entitled to some of these. Do you see a lot of cases where people come to you, or should they, call your office if they kind of suspect that they might qualify?
Oh, sure. So the Family Medical Leave Act, just so people know, if you have an employer that's big enough, it's got to have 50 employees and about a 75-mile radius, you've been working there for a year, then it probably applies to you. And it says if you've got a serious illness, if your spouse does, having a baby, there's a few different exceptions, and you need up to 12 weeks off work, your job's protected. And if they think that that's been violated, they're welcome to call us.
If you would like to contact the Higgins Law Firm, you can find all of their contact information on your screen.